Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys how I got this makeup look right here. I'm going to call it Rose Gold Extra Makeup Tutorial. So I modeled this look around the Stila Magnificent Metals new Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow, and I'm absolutely obsessed with the way it turned out. I did a little tiny bit of a halo effect on the eyes and I kept the face quite neutral and flawless and glowy, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see the tutorial and click the red subscribe button down below for me. And also I put all of my links down in the description box if you want to follow me on any of my social media. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and let's get into it. Okay, so that's much better, but I'm going to be taking the Touche Eclat or whatever it's called blur primer, and this is from YSL and it has like little finely milled gold. You probably won't be able to see it on camera. I got this like VIB Rouge little brush today, and so I'm gonna probably use that to apply it because I don't really like using my fingers on my face. So this is supposed to be like really pretty, so I'm just gonna take like 2 pumps to start off, but this is like super hydrating and it smells very similar to the Fusion Ink foundation if you have ever used that. So I'm going to take the Rainforest of the Sea and I'm just going to shake because this is like it's like 20% water. And then what I'm actually going to do is get the dropper and I'm pretty much going to drop this directly onto my face, and then I'm going to take this Vanish foundation brush from Hourglass and start to press this into the skin. And this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation as well, so it feels super lightweight, which is one of the things that I really liked about it. I've tried this foundation one time. But I love using the Hourglass Vanish foundation brush because it is so dense and it like packs the product on without moving it around too much. Next I'm going to take the Becca Aqualuminous concealer in the shade Porcelain, and I'm just going to put this under my eyes. But this concealer always feels like really nice and brightening. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out just using a damp beauty blender. And the coverage of this concealer is not like crazy, but it is really brightening. And then I'm actually gonna take this concealer and do a slight bit of highlighting with it. So just taking that on the areas that we're going to highlight later on. And so this is just going to bring a little bit more dimension back into the face. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the Kat Von D Lock-It powder, and I'm going to use this to bake today. I'm going to make sure that I blend out any creases because you don't want to bake the crease into your eyes. Do you feel? And then whatever's left over, I'm just gonna sort of pat to set that concealer that we placed. So I'm gonna give myself some brows. I'm gonna be using my Brow Wiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but first I'm gonna just take this brow brush and I'm gonna just sort of brush them out. And so I'm gonna take the pencil and I'm just gonna start filling these bad boys in. So I like to draw this bottom line first and then go along the top and start doing hair-like strokes. I don't want them to be too crazy, so I'm going to just kind of brush it out to sort of soften that. Okay, so now that I've got my brows on, I'm going to go ahead and take Light 1 Vanilla from NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm going to take this brow brush and sort of carve out my brows. Or I'm going to take the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I like to use it to prime my eyes to get rid of the veining and everything. So I like to just take it on a 252 brush. So now I'm going to go ahead and just take a Sigma blending brush. This is the E40. And I'm going to take some of that Kat Von D powder. And I'm just going to take that and set both of the concealers just to make sure that we don't get any creases and that the eyeshadow is going to apply smooth. And I'm going to be building the eyeshadow look around the Rose Gold Retro Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. But this is so pretty. It's a rose goldy, obviously, eyeshadow, and they're so pigmented. But I'm going to be taking first just a color from this Stila Natural Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm just going to be taking the color Wit, I think it is, right here. And I just want to take this and use it as a transition shade. And I know a lot of people say like transition shade, but basically what a transition shade is just to make sure that the eyeshadows blend really well together and have this sort of gradient effect up towards your eyebrow. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take Raw Sienna from the palette. It's right here. I'm gonna take the Morphe crease brush, and we're gonna put this a little bit closer now to the lid. And then next I'm going to be taking a little bit of this color Red Ochre, which is here. And I'm going to be taking it on the same brush. And this color is going to be bringing in a little bit of that reddy pink color that we're looking for. So I'm actually going to just take this and put it right here. And I'm going to focus this one more on the outer half of the eye rather than bringing it inwards. What's good about leaving the powder is that when we wipe it away, we can wipe away both any of the fallout and the baking powder. I'm leaving the lid pretty much natural right now. So what I'm actually going to do right now is just blend out the edges of the shadow. And then next I'm going to be taking this E45 tapered blending, and it's much more tapered than the other one. And I'm going to be taking Love Letter, which is here, and I'm just going to be focusing this, sort of creating a halo effect. And we're going to be putting this right here on this outer part of the eye. So we're going to leave the middle open, the outer half and inner half of the eye. So obviously the lines are quite harsh right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take my tapered blending brush and just kind of blend that out. Okay, so the camera actually cut off, but basically I was putting that color Love Letter into the crease and kind of creating a little tiny halo effect, and then I actually just set the foundation with my new Hello Flawless in the shade Ivory. It adds a teensy bit of coverage, but just perfect enough. I'm just going to take the color Love Letter on a brush that's a little bit more suited to apply color to the lid. And this is just a Morphe shader brush. And I'm pretty much just packing this color. So on the inner third and outer third of the eye, and we're leaving that middle pretty bright and just leaving it open. And this is gonna give like a really pretty effect when we put the really gorgeous rose gold shade. And honey is so ready to see how it looks. And I have gotten into the habit of referring to myself as honey, so if you're ever like, who TF is honey? That me. Just gonna take the blending brush again and just blend out those edges, but I'm not getting too close to the middle. And then what we're going to do is take the star of the show. This is the Rose Gold Retro, so I'm going to take the Stila eyeshadow, and the way I've seen people use this is they pretty much put it straight onto the eye, so naturally that's what I'm going to do. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. I'm like honestly living for this. I'm so extra, honestly. So can you see that halo effect? Ooh. That's me right now, honestly. So now that we've put that on, I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry for a second because it's like, it kind of goes on wet. But what we're gonna actually do is take that shader brush again and just really lightly feather the shadow out on the edges. But so can you see how it just makes it look just slightly less harsh? And then I'm just going to go back in with red ochre on this tapered blending E35 brush and just really lightly take that back into the crease. I'm just going to use my this brush here, and I'm going to take this color Tempera and I'm just going to put this on my brow bone, and I'm just going to use that as my brow bone highlight shade. This is the Round Kabuki F82, and this is what I used to pack on the powder. I didn't go like this. I was like this with that powder. I'm going to swipe off all of that powder that I had baking underneath my eyes. What shall I do now? I'm gonna contour now with this, my new Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in Tantric, and I'm so obsessed and I'm so ready to try this out. I'm going to just take some of this, and you know the drill. I'm going to suck in those cheeks and carve them out. I'm living for it right now. I'm also going to take this up. So what I'm doing is adding those shadows back into my face. I'm going to take this as well, and I'm going to go ahead and carve out my jaw. I'm going to be taking this just like Urban Decay brush that came with the Naked Smoky palette, and I'm going to be using the this side, and I'm going to be contouring my nose using this little tiny brush just because it gives you a little bit more precision and control when you're. And what you want to do with this is find where the top of your nose is and just go like slightly to the left of that so that you can get a slimmer nose. So I just like to take my finger after I've placed the color down and then just sort of blend it out. And then I'm also going to take that bronzer and put it right here. And then I'm going to take my highlighter brush, and I'm taking Soft and Gentle from MAC, and I'm going to be using this to highlight the tops of the cheekbones, and this is just going to put some shine back onto our skin. I don't like to be too glittery, but I like to have just a really nice shine. You want to make sure you highlight your Cupid's bow. What I'm actually going to do as well is take the banana shade from my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, that one there, get on just a brush like this, and I'm going to put that right underneath the contour that we did just to sort of clean it up. See? It just makes it like much sharper. I'm going to be taking this little pencil brush for the lower lash line. I'm actually going to be taking raw sienna first, and I'm going to be putting this sort of in this outer part right here. And then I'm also going to be taking the color red ochre, and I'm going to be putting that right here on this outer half of our lower lash line, and I'm going to be like connecting that to the top, as you can see. And then I'm going to take like the tiniest bit of the rose gold retro, and I'm just going to be putting that in the middle of my lower lash line. There we go. Just right there. I am just going to take Vernier from in here, and I'm just going to be putting this on that inner corner. I'm going to be taking my blush, and what I'm actually going to do is take this shade here that I was telling you guys about in my last haul. It looks like kind of like a flop in the pan, but honestly though, when you put it on your cheeks, like it takes your cheekbones to a whole new level. So I'm just taking a large angled contour F40 brush, and I'm going to be using this for blush. So I'm going to just, like, honestly the slightest bit is all that you need because it's like insanely pigmented. Do you see that? Like, wow, I'm in love. But I'm going to be taking Colourpop liner in the color BFF, and I'm just going to line the lips. And then I'm going to be taking MAC Honey Love, none other, honestly. I'm going to kind of focus it in the center and then like blend it out. You'll see. Nothing better. Nothing better, honestly. I'm just going to be taking a brush with the color Cypress Umber here, and I'm honestly just going to be like really lightly pushing this into the lash line just because I feel like it needs just a tiny bit of definition because my eyelash extensions are like messed up, and I need to get them refilled, but I'm getting them refilled tomorrow. Deal with it. I would normally set this with setting spray, but because it's so late, I don't want to have like trouble taking it off. I'm obsessed with the way this looks. Alright guys, so that was a finished makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure that you subscribe down below before you leave, and leave me a comment of what else you would like to see on my channel. Any tutorials, hauls, whatever is your favorite kind of video, let a girl know down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.